Nah, just kidding. I'm alright, guys. But damn, that chess scene is spine chilling. Alien, directed by Ridley Scott, and is the 1979 sci-fi horror classic and the first chapter in the Alien Saga that inspired countless directors and filmmakers, and has had countless imitations that have never quite lived up to it, and tells the story set in the far future. A crew in deep space receive a transmission from a seemingly desolate planet and bring back accidentally a creature called a xenomorph into the base, and one by one the xenomorph just kills off every single one of the crew, all except for one lucky survivor, Ellen Ripley, played by Sigourney Weaver, who will of course become the heroine of this franchise and lead mankind in its fight for survival against the creature. Now, when Aliens was released in 1979, it was by far the biggest movie of that year, no questions asked. Everybody raved about it. It was one of the movies that has become culturally significant, has changed cinema forever, and my mum was only a teenager when this movie came out. She remembers it very well, and I, of course, since this movie was rated 18, didn't get to see it till I was 18, and I'm absolutely with everybody. Aliens is a fucking masterpiece. It is art. And it's launched the careers of Ridley Scott and Sigourney Weaver. Do I think it's the best in the series? Not quite. Aliens is still by far my favourite in the series, being the James Cameron fan that I am, but Alien is easily the second best in the series for me. It's a close second, and it did really leave such a profound impression on me as Aliens did, and the reason why I am choosing to look back and review all the Alien movies in the franchise is for the upcoming Alien Covenant, which I'm hoping is a great return to form for Ridley Scott, and I have already reviewed Aliens back in January, if you want to check that out. So I'm just going back and reviewing the Alien movies that I haven't covered yet. So as for Alien, what makes this movie stand out and stand tall above all other sci-fi horror movies, it's that it's absolutely got the suspense right, it got the atmosphere perfectly. It's absolutely dripping with tension. Yeah, this is one of the most tension-filled movies ever made. Yeah, you are on the edge of your seats from the get-go till the end credits. You have no clue who's gonna live, who's gonna die, and yeah, it will make your adrenaline rush. Ridley Scott did an amazing job directing. This is to this very day one of his best movies. Rarely has he made anything like this. If all of his movies were this good, he'd be one of my 10 favourite directors. I mean, he's well, for the most part, a good director. I mean, this and The Martian are two amazing movies, but his other movies like Exodus, Gods and Kings I thought was so bad, but this thankfully is the perfect example of the height and the peak of Ridley Scott's career, and the cast in this film and the characters are all absolutely fabulous. This is Sigourney Weaver's debut as one of the best action female heroines of all time. Ellen Ripley, yeah, she is absolutely amazing in this movie. I did like Ripley and Sigourney's performance even more in Alien, particularly because she grew as a character there, and James Cameron really made her the badass that she was. But in this film, she is gradually learning how to survive against the creature. She's definitely the most resourceful of the crew, and that's why she is the lucky survivor at the very end. And the other cast are all great too, and you actually care about them. There's not a single character that you don't empathize with when they do get killed by the xenomorph. Like you have John Hurt, you have Ian Holm. Not only are their deaths tragic as hell, and the deaths are beyond gory, and you will freak the fuck out throughout, but they're just great characters. That's what works about this movie in comparison to other Ridley Scott movies. There's plenty of investment here. You care about what's going on. Where as Exodus, Gods and Kings, it was all style but no substance at all. You didn't care. Whereas this film works so much better. If only Ridley would realise that in his other movies. We all know John Hurt's character is sadly the first to be killed off. He gets the xenomorph sucked to his face, but then the worst thing that could ever happen to a human being happens. The xenomorph actually grows inside him and bursts out of his chest. That scene, it's I have no words to describe how horrific, how unexpected, how horrifying that moment is, and that will go down in history as one of the goriest deaths in film history. If Jeremy Jones said in his review, if you had to choose between get your face sucked off or burst out of your chest, he'd take suck his face off, and same, I would rather have my face sucked off by an alien than have literally the creature burst from my chest. I hope that never happens to anyone. And the movie is slowly paced. It is a long movie, but the fact that it's slow and we don't see the creature very often, only in certain moments. If you find some scenes in this movie boring because of that, I totally understand. But for me, that works in the film's favour. The fact that this is just a smaller scale, survival thriller horror movie, which is about suspense rather than action, that works for this film, because suspense is still equally as exciting as action. And I'm glad they don't show the creature too much, because that just heightens the tension and makes it even scarier. The fact that you have no idea what this is, that makes you more terrified. And when they finally do reveal the creature, it's stupendously satisfying. Unlike in other horror movies, when they've done that, it can be very underwhelming, but not here at all. The xenomorph itself is one of my favourite cinematic monsters ever. I just freaking love the design of this creature. It has a mouth coming out of its tongue. It has a face like this and snarling teeth. It has a skeletonal like body with claws and its head. It's just such a classic monster. We got the same setup and payoff in Jaws, where they hardly showed the shark until the very end. And the xenomorph will not rest until it does devour all of mankind. No wonder we all love seeing this creature coming back and getting its ass kicked in many movies following this. And the egg sacs. The egg sacs are so iconic and scary as hell too. You just don't know what's going to hatch from them, and the baby xenomorph that bursts out of your chest is probably the one to be the most concerned with. And the movie is rated 18 in the UK and R in the US for good reason. Do not let your kids watch this, I beg of you. Thank God I saw this at the right age. This would give the parents and any adult nightmares, let alone kids. This is a movie that you have to cope with the most extreme horror and gore to witness. Luckily, I just about can. So if you can, that's awesome. And the score as well by Jerry Goldsmith, holy shit, is truly epic. It's awesome. It's creepy, beyond atmospheric, and just raises the stakes and the tension, and makes you gasp in every segment, and it appropriately plays out very calmly in the quiet scenes too, as well as the cinematography and the look of this movie is a marvel. It is one of the best made movies, production wise, of all time. You don't need no CG with this movie. This movie understood that. So the practical effects on the xenomorphs looked completely realistic. They felt like they'd been brought home from another world, just like that. It's shot phenomenally. The cinematography here, top notch. Ridley Scott is a genius visual director, and this is still his best looking movie. The climax where Ripley finally defeats the xenomorph with all her courage, and is just so relieving. You're so relieved that despite everything, even though she has lost all her crew, she is the lucky survivor. She has just saved mankind, and thank God even the adorable, lovable cats made it too. They are like little buddies, her and that cat. That's so sweet. If you're wondering if I have even any nitpicks with this movie, what negatives or nitpicks, just try, I dare you. There aren't any to be found in a movie as great as this. The only reason I prefer Aliens is due to the fact that Aliens is a much more epic war movie, and of course it's James Cameron. I do prefer James Cameron to Ridley Scott as a filmmaker overall, but that's not to criticise Alien in any way, because Alien is an absolutely perfect movie, such an incredible sci-fi masterpiece that's no other movie that's tried to be it has ever done as good since. Spoiler alert, Alien and Aliens are the only two Alien movies that I absolutely adore. If only the remaining Alien movies after this could have been as good. I give Alien 5 stars out of 5. It feels great to give that rating. I haven't given a 5 out of 5 stars in a while now. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And what do you think of Alien? Please comment, let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I love making new subscribers, meeting new people, making new friends, and talking to you guys about movies. I really appreciate that. And please follow me on Twitter and on Google+. And I'll see you next time, since I've already reviewed Aliens, and I will review Alien 3 next, and tomorrow I have a special review, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you then. Bye guys.